Hello everyone, I'm Imalexryan. This is another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay. This is going to be a search and destroy raid on some league play. We're going to be up against it. Well, from the ranks, I really feel like my team shouldn't win this game, even though we do end up winning this quite comfortably. It's actually a really good game. I don't actually die in this, so none of that boring watching other people's games and you just get to watch how I play search and destroy all the time. And I don't usually play search that well, especially on league play, because league play search is horrible. Like, if you play as a team on search, it's so much better. But if you play league play solo search, it's usually pretty shit. Like, I'm trying to talk in game chat, but none of my team are talking. No one's cooperating, so I just have to go carrying, just come top of the lobby basically. But what I want to talk about today is why people think Call of Duty competitive is unprofessional and unsportsmanlike. And that's a lot down to like the screaming before the game, the hype. It's just hype, guys. Like, everyone thinks like because people trash talk, it's unsportsmanlike and unprofessional. It's not unprofessional. It's a type of mind game. You get mind games in every sport. Like, every single sport will do it. You might not see it as much because you see it a lot in Call of Duty because the cameras are always on you. But say like professional football, for instance, as you're walking down the tunnel, people say stuff to you. Like, I've played sports for like 3/4 of my life, and although it hasn't always been like verbal abuse, they've always like kicked you in your shins or like just nudged you off the ball, pushed you around, and you have to get used to that. Like, you can't just roll over. Like, they will try and push you around, they will try and get the better of you and get in your head, and that is the whole point of the trash talking and why people are so rough in sports. Like, they need to get the edge, they want to get the edge, and that's how you win games. Like, if you're in the other person's head, they're going to be overthinking, they're not going to be thinking about the game. They're going to be thinking about other things, what you said to them, the horrible remarks you've made to them. They're going to think, am I really that good? Should I really be here? You want to put doubt in the other team's head, and that's why everyone does it. Like, even though, like, for example, I used to play cricket quite a lot. Like, my two main sports were cricket and football growing up. And whenever I used to go to bat, every time I missed a ball, because I was like the 9th batsman, I would get told about it. I'd be like, they'd all clap sarcastically and be like, oh, nice batting, to get in your head. So like the next time you don't hit it, but you need to just shrug that off. Like, for me, I was like, yeah, I don't really care, I'm not meant to be a good batsman, so it didn't actually bother me at all. But if I was like a number 2 batsman or one of the best batsmen at my cricket club, that'd be annoying me, because I should be hitting that ball, and if I can't, they're getting excited over it and they're getting more and more hyped up, and they're going to think they're a better team than they actually are. So you can't let that affect you. Like, it happens in every sport, you just don't see it, and in Call of Duty you see it a lot. So that's probably why a lot of people think it's unprofessional. It's not unprofessional. It happens in every sport. Unprofessional would be lashing out at your opponents, like start hitting them for what they've said to you. Like, if you trash talk to someone, like you let them know that they missed their bullets when they should have killed you, then that gets in their head and that doubts them, and then they won't play as well, and it's an easier game. And that's what you want. You don't want the other team to play their best. You want to like pin them down. You want to make them feel bad. You don't want them to play really well. Like, for example, if someone's shot a whole clip at your back and missed at professional level, and you turn around and kill them, they should be told about it. Like, they should know, like, you shouldn't have missed that. And a lot of the times they get told about it. Like, they'll be like, you suck, you're shit, you should stop playing Call of Duty. You get told it a lot. You even get it in league play games. Like, when you go into search and destroy, if a lot of people are talking, they're like, wow, you're bad, you should learn to play the game. You get told a lot. You just need to shrug it off, and the professional part about it is just to ignore it and continue playing at your best. And it also hypes up your team. Like, if your team know the other team are doing bad, they're just going to feed off it. They're going to know they're not going to do that well. They can make a little bit more, they can have a bit more room for error, and that's going to take off pressure from your team, and your team are going to play better, and as the game progresses, play better and better as they can make less and less mistakes. And it's just a whole weight lifted above your shoulders. Like, you haven't got to worry about that. You haven't got to worry about missing, because it doesn't matter. Like, say if the other team are playing bad and they're missing like they're always missing their first shot, and you know you've got enough time to, I mean, it's not a lot of time, but you have more time than you would have if they were playing their best, hitting every bullet, to possibly come back and get the kill when you shouldn't. And it's just really weird, really annoying, because people say like teabagging is unprofessional and it's unsportsman. No, it's like a type of celebration. It's to get in the other people's head. Like, would you say when a player scores a goal when they celebrate, that's unprofessional? No, it's just a type of celebration. Like, if you're an American football watcher, I think that's what it's called, they do those weird dances when they get a touchdown. I don't know much about American football, but I know they do those really weird dances to like make the other team know they're bad. Like, throw the ball up on the floor, like, you know, you can't touch me, I'm too good for you. And it gets in their head. Everyone does it. And it's just like, if you're going to say teabagging and trash talking is unprofessional, then you might as well say celebrating after every goal, or after every wicket you take, or after every point you get is unprofessional, and celebrating for it. Like, teabagging is a type of celebration, like, to let the other team know that they shouldn't have messed up, and that they should be getting these points, and it should be a closer game than it is. So, that's just stupid. And when I was watching UMG yesterday, because I watch all the live events, like all the big events like MLG, Gfinity, Major League, everything basically Major League games to do with Call of Duty, EGL. I always see in the chat, you don't teabag in other sports. It's like, wow, that comment just annoys me so much because it's just so stupid. Like, how many other sports do you kill people in? Like, obviously you don't go up to their corpse and teabag them because they're still alive. You don't kill other people in other sports. Maybe if like World War was a sport, then it would be acceptable, but you don't kill other people in sports. Esports is a completely different thing, and it has different standards and different barriers which you can push. Like, you can't run up to someone and scream in their face saying their shit in for the public eye in front of millions of viewers. Like, it's acceptable to do it behind the screen because it's just so common, it's so used to. If you play Xbox Live for more than 4 years, back in the Modern Warfare 2 days, and you were young once, like, if you got Xbox when you were 12, you will know all about it. You will know that it's just part of the game, part of the Xbox Live. But that's all I want to say about is Call of Duty unprofessional. In my opinion, if you teabag, if you trash talk, you're not unprofessional. You may be a bit of a cunt. Like, you may not be liked. Like, I know Epsilon are hated. I know lots of people like that, like killers like Public Enemy #1, but he's still a good player, and they respect each other after the game. They shake hands and everything. Like, there's been very few cases where they haven't shaken hands after a game. It's like rugby. They tackle the shit out of each other, they fight. By the end of the game, they shake hands and they forget about it and they move on to the next round, or they just go home and practice. So it's all to do with respect. And another thing that I want to talk about isn't to do with anything about Call of Duty. It's just a few updates to my channel. Next month, I'm getting my laptop, my computer. So I'm getting rid of my laptop, and I'm going to have a really good computer for streaming. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stream to Twitch TV or YouTube, because I'm allowed to stream to both. So I'll decide which one I'm streaming to and let you guys know. More updates on that in the future. I'm also going to bring back my playing indie game series for a few months. Like, it's really inconsistent series, I know. I thought I might as well start doing it again before the Xbox One comes out, because I'm sure the Xbox One will have some good indie games that I want to play and review for you guys. So I'll bring out another episode of that, possibly tomorrow. And also the final update is I'm going to be bringing out a class setup, maybe. I don't know yet, but that will replace one of my gameplays. So if you really are against it, then say. But my next gameplay Call of Duty video will probably be in 2 days, which will be my class setup video. I doubt I'll have any gameplay on top of it, because I'll just be talking about my classes and what works for me. And, you know, maybe that might benefit you guys for the next few months, and you might start thinking logically, a bit more logically or whatever. It may help, it may not. You don't have to watch it, it doesn't have to change your life, but that's the video. I hope you've enjoyed this gameplay, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Nice work. RTB for debrief.